Hello everyone, Leanne here. Welcome. I am so excited to share this topic. This week's topic is about the spectrum of narcissism, covert and overt, and I will explain what the difference is and what may be some of the red flags and some tips on how to get out of a narcissistic relationship. So the plant of the week is the golden seal, and this helps with narcissism because it helps to strengthen and provide protection. So narcissism is a common term that has different personality traits, to name a few, which is self-centeredness, a sense of entitlement, to special treatment, and egotistical. That is the spectrum of that. And the term comes from the ancient Greek myth of Narcissus, which is the son of a god who fell in love with the reflection in the water of a spring. And the truth is that anyone can behave in a narcissistic way at times, because as humans, we can tend to be selfish and display behaviors of self-importance. But that is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about narcissistic behavior. According to the DSM-5, NPD is a long-term mental health condition with symptoms such as a constant need to be adored, an unrealistic sense of self-importance, and a lack of empathy. And they also have difficulty forming relationships. So, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is a spectrum disorder that is in two main subtypes, which is grandiose and vulnerable, also referred to as overt and covert. But make no mistake, both narcissists have this warped ego and they share the same traits that are listed in the DSM-5, which is the Manual of Assessing Mental Health Disorders. And both types of NPD share the same traits, such as a need to be adored, and they lack empathy. But the outward action of those with each subtype can be very different and one and the same. People with overt narcissism usually are extroverted. They have this self-assured and they're attention-seeking, and at times they can become really aggressive and violent if a person or a situation challenges their sense of importance. And the covert type is not as obvious. They come across as shy, withdrawn, or self-deprecating. And although they will still be self-absorbed and believe that they are better than other people, they still lack self-worth. So let's dive in with what are the traits of a grandiose narcissist. Well, they're arrogant. They have excessive self-importance. They're aggressive. They can be dominating. They seek admiration and attention. And they're show-offs. They have this sense of entitlement and can be really abusive. And there's no gray. They think black and white, and they can be very explosive. So the grandiose, the overt narcissist, craves power and control. They are usually successful and they make good money, and they believe that they are better than everybody else. And then the traits for a covert narcissist is they tend to be a little bit more resentful, hostile. They're victims and have a very negative attitude, and they also have a sense of entitlement. They are passive aggressive and they're sensitive to criticism. They can be suspicious of others and introverted. Also withdrawn socially, and they tend to give a guilt trip, and they're neurotic. Both types they lack empathy. So the covert narcissist shows qualities of being this constant victim. They're quieter and they appear more smug and superior. And usually subconscious feelings of shame and inadequacy show up as well. And they seem more depressed, and oftentimes victims of a covert narcissist experience the need to help, save, or rescue their covert narcissist. But the covert narcissist always continues to be difficult and unhappy and manipulative because they can never be happy. And a lot of passive-aggressive victim behavior. And they believe the world is out to get them. It's against them. Everything is bad. Everything bad that happens is so unfair. And like all narcissists, they take no responsibility for anything. These two main subtypes of NPD appear in different on the outside, which is why, especially with the covert narcissist, it can be really tricky to identify. But they are the same, but often reverse roles within their personality, in which I'll explain. So narcs need narcissistic supply from their outside. Their ego dominates the narc's reality. The narc's confidence is fake. It's shallow. It's not based on anything other than psychological defense mechanisms. Narcs intensely protect this false sense, their sense of superiority, entitlement, and specialness. That's why you can never truly see who they are. And then how the narcissist presents overt or covert is based on how well they're doing in life. This is where the subtypes coexist. So when the grandiose or overt narcissist falls and things go badly, like a lawsuit, divorce, job loss, or humiliation, the overt narcissist shows up like the covert narcissist traits. They believe the world is out to get them and life is unfair. On the other hand, when the covert narcissist is winning at life and things are going really good, the covert narc becomes more grandiose. Their overt shadow side shows up and they are full of themselves. The covert believes it's finally their time. What took everybody so long to recognize how important they are? So, as you can see, they are not as different as they appear on the outside. All narcissists have a bit of both overt and covert qualities, and one is more dominant. Both narcissists' personality types are very difficult people who shamelessly damage other people and leave a path of destruction everywhere they go. And if you find yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, more times than not, a narcissist will not change unless they receive help, even if that. If you want to get out of a relationship, it is critical to make a plan to leave, to stop all lines of communication, find support, reconnect with what you love and who you love, because they keep you from the people you love. And something to remember when dealing with a narcissistic: don't fall into the illusion and idea that a narcissist creates. They can be so charming and magnetic, painting this beautiful picture about themselves. Often people are attracted to their confidence and grand ideas, especially for those who lack self-esteem. They can tend to be seductive with their words, and before you know it, you're caught up in their web, thinking that they will fulfill a longing that you were missing. But it's just a fantasy, and it's at a cost. Please educate yourself and do your best to look for the red flags. I know in my personal experience, I was vulnerable and I did not know the red flags. I wasn't aware of what a narcissist was until I was caught up in the web. And it cost me a lot. And it was a very uncomfortable moment in my life, and scary too, because I had to create a restraining order on this individual. And I was scared for my life. And thankfully, I was able to get out of this relationship, and I'm grateful that I got out alive. But it was very toxic and unhealthy. And so if you find yourself in this position, please find help. I hope that you found this video helpful and informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you like this video, please share. Signing out, Sacred Wild Woman. Have an amazing day.